Okay, and welcome. This is an episode of Detroit by Dark. With me today, this is Guthrie Prentice as Ivan Kowalski. With me are Charles Bobo as Jimmy. James Pask is the storyteller. Pasquay is the storyteller, and we may be being joined by Pulshinki or Ziggy Pulchinsky. I'm not sure. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Ziggy P will be joining us possibly as Ardashir. The scene is set when Ivan Kowalski, CIA agent and currently ghoul, is sitting in the truck with Jimmy. With Jimmy, and they're discussing things. So, Jimmy, take it away.
So, you feeling any better yet?
I am feeling somewhat better, but and have mostly healed from that ordeal climbing out of the ground.
You been hiding yet?
I've been taking care of things in the way I'm used to.
Okay. I was just making sure you eat.
Yes, I remember to feed now and again. I feed as necessary.
Okay. The other night I kind of did something I really shouldn't have done when I gave you some of my blood. Really, the only way to rectify it is for me to take some of yours.
Very well. I assume very well. This is fair. Ivan at this point extends his neck towards Jimmy extends his wrist or palm towards Jimmy so that Jimmy can take a bite of his blood in the same way that he did as earlier.
Jimmy's going to take his wrist. No, normally when the vampire offers to feed from you, don't ever take that offer. Usually when it's done the proper way, it does to a Valkyrie cup.
Understood. I thank you for the information.
And also there's the risk when drinking of the vampire's blood.
There is?
Yeah. It's called the blood bond. You drink from the same vampire 3 times and you're their slave.
Well, I drank from you once, but thank you for letting me know of that.
That's why I'm drinking from you to even the odds. So I can't abuse it. And this Jimmy's going to take a bite out of your wrist.
I appreciate that.
He's going to bury his fangs into your wrist. He ain't going to be savage about it. He's just going to sink them in.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to begin drinking. At the first taste of your gold blood, Jimmy's going to notice, this fucker ain't a vampire. Then he's going to let go. He's like, oh fuck.
What's wrong?
You're not one of us.
What?
He's still mortal, dude.
I was embraced. The person who kidnapped me.
Hold on. Let's fix both. First, let me ask you this: have you eaten solid food recently?
I have been feeling a bit faint. I thought it was just that I wasn't drinking enough blood.
Have you been drinking enough? Have you been drinking water? Any kind of other liquids other than blood?
The odd bit, I felt the odd craving. I assumed it was just hangover. I just assumed it was leftovers from my mortal days that would eventually fade.
Some of us can feed. That's not really a good indicator. Have you been pissing normally?
Yes.
That's something we don't do.
I see. So that means that whoever kidnapped me,
he just ghouled you.
I still wish to be embraced, and then the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find that man who ghouled me and make me think I was embraced, and then I'm going to demand an explanation from him as to why he did that.
Hold on, before you get excited. Remember the other night when I asked you, could you feel your sire? It works the same way with ghosts. You'll be able to sense their blood bond. You can probably sense the one with me right now.
Yes, I can sense you, but whoever...
You can't sense the one to give you your blood, then he's probably dead.
I see. Yeah, I can't sense anyone but you.
Yeah. Um, Tell you what, this is fixable. You've been through the process. I'm not going to smack you with a shovel again. Just don't say I didn't.
Okay.
Hold still. Jimmy's just going to savagely bite down into his throat. It's just really going to get a
Wait,
count on
you're
the
driving
scene.
a semi on the freeway though, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the car's parked. Or the truck's parked.
Yeah. I'm going to savage his neck and begin draining him. I'm just going to stay on him the whole
Ivan
time.
yells and grits his teeth.
This is you're in ecstasy.
Yes.
Ivan.
No, he's in ecstasy, but it's like you know. So like there's the initial pain, and then he's in ecstasy.
Okay, role play the ecstasy.
Oh, this feels a lot better than the last time.
And Jimmy is going to keep taking pulls out. This time he's slowing up and letting the blood pump into his mouth naturally.
I feel different. I'm not feeling as reserved as I felt before. I'm actually feeling I haven't felt this happy in years.
Again, I'm going to take another huge pull this time, taking some more of his blood.
I don't think you can verbalize while you're being embraced. I think you're in such ecstasy, you're quiet, but these can be your thoughts. So.
Oh, of course, yeah. Okay, so yeah, sorry. Ivan thinks this, and Ivan just goes, ah.
As the last few drops come up, Jimmy's going to let him drop to his seat. He's going to wipe his mouth.
Charles, you like that. It's pretty sweet. It's sweeter than human blood, isn't it?
A little bit, not much. Jimmy's going to like, whoever got you was pretty strong. He's going to reach over and check the pulse, see if there's still a pulse. Is that a perception or something?
I'll roll the perception. 1 sec while I pull up the Google Hangout tool. Oh, not the toolbox, the dice stream. Assuming it will open. There we go. So, what's your perception?
2, my alertness is 1, so it'll be 3 dice. I'm seeing if you're still alive.
You can't tell.
Here's what fuck this is gonna have to do. He's gonna bite into his wrist and begin dropping some blood down into the gaping mouth of this poor corpse. He's gonna keep dropping blood down. After about a minute or so, satisfied that there's enough blood in this.
I think you lose a blood point.
Yeah. After feeling satisfied that he's got enough blood into this poor corpse, he's gonna open the door and push him out and start the truck up.
I need a roll for that. Wait, he's inert. He's not resisting. Never mind.
Yeah. After I start the truck up and begin driving off, I'm going to look for my cell phone and begin calling Ardeshir up.
Ivan lying dead-ish on the ground. You know, he just lies there for a couple of minutes, and then his face and body slowly start to reform and shift a bit. And in the process, as he reshifts, he reshifts from that into this. You can't see his head, and then all of a sudden,
there's no mechanic for this in the game. But go ahead.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, suffice to say that he loses most of his. He loses the color and the life in him. He loses the he loses the sternness on his expression that he used to have. It just goes limp. Then his eyes open, and he slowly gets up. Well, looks at himself, checks to make sure everything's still there.
Shouldn't be making a hunger roll.
Yes, that's what I'm about to do. He's just getting used to the body. Gets up, cricks his neck, and then all of a sudden feels an insatiable hunger. And now I'm going to do the hunger roll. What's the hunger roll again?
self-control, I believe.
That's the problem. I haven't actually developed new stats for the character yet because of the fact that he's now a vampire.
You would have self-control from his mortal days.
Pardon?
You would have self-control from his mortal days.
Oh, then in that case it's self-control 3. He's not quite adapted himself into the vampire form yet. 3, 2, 1. No successes. He gets hungry.
So let's wait for the poor bastard runs across you. There he's going to begin calling out of shit out while he's driving.
Yep. And Ivan, the very first thing that Ivan does in the midst of the hunger, and realizing that he actually is a vampire this time, he starts going after. The first thing he does is he goes after a drug dealer. He knows where some drug dealers have been hanging out that he's been investigating. He's been planning to do some vigilante reporting on them. Now he's decided he's going to go feed on one.
I need a 1d10 from Charles, a 1d10 from Ivan.
1d10 from Charles, a 7. And a 1d10 from Ivan, 10.
Okay, nothing happens to Charles.
Okay. I'm calling out of shit up on the phone while I'm driving.
Alright. It takes a while before he picks up the phone. Jimmy.
Hello, out of shit.
Why do you call?
I dropped the kid off, one of my new kids off. I want to tell you where I dropped him off, and if you want to pick him up and use him, he's yours. If not, it's somebody else's problem. I'm leaving town, man. I'm not coming back.
You're going.
Yeah.
But why?
This town's a shithole.
Is it
Come on,
because
Clarence.
is it because A-Train has died? Have you lost faith?
I didn't have much faith in A-Train. I liked A-Train. Hell, I loved A-Train. I also loved Malloy.
Perhaps we should talk about it. Come to the
sounds so-
building. Up to where A-Train's haven was. I'll speak to you in person.
Sure. I'll be there in... Give me about 20 minutes to get there.
I'll give you 30.
Thanks.
And you'll hear in the background there's like a Latin game show going on, and you hear like a wheel spin or something like that. And lots of clapping as I leave the phone on by mistake.
Damn.
Okay, something that happened, just to let you know. You rolled a 10 on the nightly random encounter. That's called touched by an elder. No, it's not a sexual weird thing. What it is an elder vampire. What I'm going to do, Ivan, is that I'm going to make one of the elders in the city aware of your presence. That's all. And you don't know this.
Okay, no, that's cool. But yeah, you can take care of that behind the scenes, and I don't really need to know about it.
About 20 minutes later, Jimmy's driving up to the Renaissance Center. You're still up in the same room. He calls back. Hearing the phone's busy, he's like, fuck, dude. Fuck, I go defend this. I asked to be sent up to Mr. Adishir's suite. I began making my way up there. Adishir, you here, man?
Ah, yes. Come in.
Jimmy comes in. Man,
Feels-
suddenly a few nights ago I felt Malloy going, then I felt A-Train going, man.
Ah, yes. He has left us. He took away the carnival. Sacrificed himself so that
Hold on.
the city
I'm missing
could
something.
survive.
Carnival? What carnival?
Ah,
I've been doing the contract for Slade.
I make my way towards the window. These like giant windows that take up the entire wall, looking out over the cityscape. Come, stand with me. We
get
are
walking
the very last besties.
Malloy, what happened to Malloy?
I tilt my head. Which one was that?
The clown
Ah, yes.
wannabe.
He tried to burn me, an A-train. So we killed him, and I'll put my hand on your shoulder.
He what? Why
We
the
got-
fuck would he?
He turned on us, Jimmy. And I narrow my eyes at you a little. And do you want to leave in this time of trial?
I suddenly felt a huge emptiness in me. Man, what's here in this town really? You can call it Lid, man. I'm heading to Chicago.
Ah, you're going to Chicago. Well, there is a place in the city, and I'll gesture towards the coffee table. There's like a map and like a circle sketched, and you see like plans of like what would be a church laying beside it. There's a holy ground here. You really shouldn't leave. You should remain as a bestie, a disciple of the divine A-Train, who died so that we may live. Don't
I've
you feel
already-
his presence still?
I can't feel him in the blood bond no more, man. And I already have a contract to begin transporting war packs to Chicago.
Are you giving up on him?
No, I'm not giving up on him now. I love him. This is probably as much as you did.
You guys are out on the street.
No, we're
We're at the Renaissance Center.
we're at the Renaissance Center at the highest floor.
Okay.
I'll take a fake breath. If you were loyal to A-Train, you would remain here. I feel like you're
Oh.
giving me the runaround.
I'm still loyal to the Sabbat, man.
Loyal to the Sabbat. I'll grind my teeth and I'll spin the blood into strength. You might notice me get a little bit paler, but not really. Maybe more grayish in the face.
Man, I'm not leaving here. I'm not leaving you empty-handed. I left the child out there for you.
How close is he to here? Why didn't you bring him up?
Fresh and Bryce, best to let them burn off their, energy.
So you're trading yourself in for this new one?
Pretty much.
I'll glance to the television.
If you want, I can make you another.
Well, let's let the game show decide. I'll, as this wheel is spinning, I'll look over at you. Pick a number. And if
46.
you're closer to it than I am, I'll let you walk out of here. Roll a D100, and I'll roll a D100, and James rolls a D100. So whoever
Yeah,
gets
wait.
closest to James wins.
Rolling a
Otherwise-
D100 for
Not for you. You're not there.
no, I'm rolling it on his behalf because he can't.
okay. Oh, you can't do it? Oh, wait. Awesome.
But tell me, Ivan, again where you are. I rolled a 12.
I rolled an 80.
Charles rolled at 11.
Okay.
Right next to me.
So as the wheel stops at 12, and Jimmy says 11, I'll look over at you, Jimmy, and you're free to go.
See you, man. Hey, I will come back from time to time if you need me to, man.
When you come back, I won't be here. I'll be there in the church. It should be raised within a month. I've got the land and everything.
Yeah, there's a problem with that. I need either Chris or Bruce to play a crooked cop who is going to try to shake him down for money because he's trying to put up a church that's not denominational. Can anyone do that?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
I don't think it should be a cop. It should be like a city official.
Right, not a cop, a city official. The church they're putting up is not denominational, and that can cause a lot of problems. So you're going to tell him you're going to smooth things over if he pays you $50,000.
You sure you want to come to Chicago with, man? You can make a kill. You can make a name for yourself moving around the new warpath.
And if something happens to you, of course, there's always repercussions. We'll see how they respond.
I grind my teeth at you, Jimmy, and I'll say, Jimmy, the wheel is about to spin again. Do you want to pick another number, or are you out?
Tell you what, how about 12 this time? I feel lucky.
All right. I got 19. What did you get, James? Roll me 100.
Will is messaging me. He might be able to come in and do the touched by an elder scene. And here's my D100. A 10.
A 10. All right. What did you get, Charles?
Charles said 12.
Yeah, but what did he roll?
Oh,
You have to roll for him.
Bad. No.
Oh, you said 12. Okay, sorry, 12. I said 19. And James, what did you get for the roll?
10.
10.
Yeah.
I grind my teeth at you even louder.
BRB.
As a few minutes go by, he hears a low-flying jet, and you see Jimmy starting to curl up. Oh fuck, we're getting bombed!
What?
And he's running into flashbacks.
I shake my head at you. Leave, Jimmy, before things get more dangerous for you.
Alright, man. See ya. And Jimmy begins working his way out.
I turn off the TV and sit on the couch.
Jimmy's going to begin making his way out of town at this point.
Really quick, before Guthrie leaves, he's going to be touched by an elder, and that is going to be played by William Johnson.
Okay, so this is at the point where Ivan's still on the street and is moving his way to where he knows there's a drug dealer. And he's planning to he's actually planning to clean up.
Every payphone you pass rings.
Ivan turns and finally says, "Enough!" and literally yanks the phone off, literally yanks the receiver off the phone, and it starts to bend in his hand.
You yank the phone off of it, and it rips apart in your hand. But even though the receiver is not attached to the phone anymore, you hear a voice come out of it.
Good evening, Mr. Ivan.
Will, this is all you now.
He just said good evening.
I can't hear a thing from Will.
Will, I heard him say good evening. Will, can you speak again? Everyone turn their cameras off, please.
Turning the camera off.
And Will, try it now. Okay, let's go back to our guys, our crooked cop at the top of the Renaissance Center. We'll stand by with our elder.
I guess I'm coming in from like an elevator or a stairwell.
You're granted, you use your official status to just get right into this honeymoon suite they're in.
Excuse me, gentlemen. I'm looking for a Mr. Adishir.
Who are you?
I'm with the City Planning and Zoning Commission. I hear that you're the gentleman trying to build a church.
Yes, come, sit. Here are the plans.
Well, before I get to the plans, I need to ask you something, sir. Exactly what kind of denomination does this church follow?
I look you in the face. It's a new faith, derived on the old, a continuation.
New faith.
Yes,
You know,
but built on an older one.
a new one, but an old one. Sounds like some cult to me, friend. You know, this is America, and sure, it's the land of the free and all that, but nothing keeps the crazies out if there aren't any rules. So, got any kind of congregation manifest? Any signatures of your people that are gonna be showing up to this church?
Unfortunately, at this moment, I don't. But I expect to fill the house. There's proper incentive for it. And I'll reach under the coffee table and I'll like take out a shoebox. And as I pop the lid, there's like wads of cash in there.
I'll reach over and look under the lid. There's a pretty good incentive. All right.
Yes. You could say it's mostly church, but a little bit of charity as well. And I'll flick the box towards you.
Well, we are always interested in any kind of church doing this kind of charity for the good people of Detroit. Here's my card. I'll make sure that this little problem gets resolved. I'll take care of it.
I'll take your card, look at it, I'll read your name off it. What's your name say?
Call me, I don't know, fucking Chris Carter.
Mr. Carter. There's plenty more where that came from. I'm certain that we could create a business alliance.
Good. I'd like to see that. I will be keeping my eye on this church, for better or for worse. I hope for better.
Yes, of course.
I need a 1d10 from Artisher.
1d10. Here we go. 9. 9!
Alright, never mind, nothing.
Oh, awesome. So, as you say that, I will say, well, now that you have accepted a bribe, Mr. Carter, I suggest that you visit a church on your way out. Cleanse yourself of this sin.
I'll do that. Hopefully, I won't have to contact anyone else in the other department that need to make an inspection. Good evening.
But when you do make inspections, call me beforehand. There'll be more shoeboxes in it for you.
Okay, Artisher doesn't worry about money very much.
Nope, he is very frivolous.
But do you have a path that allows it for you to do this? I mean, what's your path?
Night.
Okay, so this guy affronts you, even though you don't care about the money, and you're okay with it, you handle it with a plum, right?
Yeah.
Let's go back to the street!
Okay, back in the street. At this point, Ivan has. We've left it where Ivan has literally yanked a phone. Has literally yanked a receiver straight out of the phone, and it's bending in his hand.
But a voice appears.
A female voice. It sounds very familiar. Good evening, Mr.
Is this the Regent?
Holy hell, how would you know that?
I was at a scene before with the Regent while I was still mortal.
Yes, he was.
Okay.
This is in character. I'm allowed to do this.
Why, yes, it would be.
Sorry. Well, could you... Is there any way you can put up your volume a little bit? I can't hear you. Hang on, let me tweak up the volume on my end. Maybe that'll help. Okay, try... could you repeat again, please?
Why, yes, it is the Regent.
Ah, yes, I remember. You said I owe you a leg, do I not?
Yes.
May I feed first? I am very hungry right now.
Do what you must.
Very well, and as soon as I've done that, where do I meet you to turn over the leg I owe you?
Unfortunately, I have already left Detroit. I have returned to Mexico City. Consider it a walking favor of you to the regent to the spot.
I thank you, and when you need me, I will be at your service.
Line goes dead.
Having fought to keep control through the through the pain of the hunger, Ivan nods, then throws the receiver at the phone and knocks the phone clean from its support.
As you see the phone land, it lands against some type of a poster that's been plastered to the wall. Poster for a upcoming play at the Civic Center.
Ivan takes a look, rips the poster off, folds it, puts it in his pocket for later use, and proceeds to head straight to a crack den he knows of, which is deliberately manipulating teenage girls into prostitution, with his intention to feed on the leading crack dealer, and once after having knocked him unconscious, disable every other crack dealer there.
Whoa.
That far.
Time out. We got to go a little slower on this.
No,
Go
and
to a crack
I'm
house.
explaining what his intention is, not that he's actually doing this yet. Basically, his plan is to feed and go Batman.
Roll me a 1d10. On a 1 or a 2, you'll have perfect conditions to do this.
Well, first let me find the dice stream because my computer is screwing up. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 4. Not so much.
But very close. You managed to find a very bad neighborhood. It was really easy to find a kind of a bad neighborhood in the D.
Well, specifically, he's going to a specific neighborhood he already knew about.
Which one?
I can't remember the exact name of it, but there was a north of okay. You remember where Lucilia's bar is?
Yes, that's right downtown.
Yeah. Before he got pinned in there, one of the things he had been doing after studying the Book of Nod, etc., was that he had been doing some research online about potential things that he might do to try to help clean up the city. One of them was about 5 blocks away, according to internet and news reports he'd seen about a crack den. So had seen police reports of that. So that's where he's going.
Okay, so you're on your way there. You can end this at any time, Guthrie. I know you're busy, but if you don't end it,
it's not a busy thing. I can play this scene out.
Okay, then let me stop you. Please let me stop you and say, Will, I rolled a hunter's attack on Rensen, but I want it to be. This can't be a long thing. It has to be somehow. Can you do some kind of hunters fucking with the Renaissance Center in 5 minutes or less?
Yes, I can. Because the Rensin just had a really unusual power surge in it. Knocked out most of the computers, a number of the security feeds, and the security doors are going haywire.
I'll call front desk on my phone just to see what the hell's going on.
Renaissance Center, this is Dave. How can I help you, sir?
I don't have any power.
Oh yes, sir. We're aware of that. We're working on that right now. It seems we have a bit of a surge went through the line.
Does this happen often?
No, actually, it's very unusual. I've never known this to happen.
Are the cameras still working?
As far as we know, sir, we haven't checked yet. They should still be up.
Excellent. And the elevator is on lockdown, is it not?
Yes, sir. You'll need to use the stairs.
Perfect. If it is possible, have someone at the stairs.
Very well, sir. We're already ahead of that. We're already ahead of you.
Excellent. I'll hang up, and I'll flicker my tongue around since it's all pitch black, just in case someone sneaks into my place. I'll still have a pretty good sense on where things are.
Yeah, you're able to make it to the stairwell with no problem.
Okay. And I'll just hunker there until power goes back on. And if anybody tries to make their way up to my level, I'll set myself up in an ambush position.
All right. The power stays out for a good 10, maybe 15 minutes before you start seeing the overhead lights start coming back on.
I'll shield my eyes as the lights come back on, and head back to the living room. Call front desk again. You're quite quick.
Well, we have a general idea of what happened. So, I mean, we were able to get into the grid and stuff.
What was it? It wasn't sabotage, was it?
We're not quite sure, sir. Apparently apparently this whole block went down. We're not quite sure why. We're still working on that.
Well, thank you for your assistance. And I hang up.
All right. You said you went back to your actual room, correct?
Repeat.
You said you went back to your room, correct?
Yes.
All right. I need you to roll me a wit investigation while you're in there.
All right. Wits investigation. You said investigation of 1. That's 3 dice. Look at that. 9, 8, 7.
Ah, look at that. You can see everything. The beer bottle that was sitting on your coffee table has been moved a slight couple of inches to the left, and you don't remember moving it.
I glance around, flicker my tongue around. Is anybody here? I'll close the door.
You get no answer.
Interesting. I'll shit, man. How big would my room be? I'll start throwing things around like pillows into the corners, whatever what have you, just to see if it knocks on something and it's not supposed to. Flickering my tongue, I'm basically gonna do a complete up and down search of this place.
Okay. You've already made the roll. I will give it to you. Whatever kind of a computer you would have, there's a USB stick is plugged into it. Again, a USB stick that you don't recall having, that you don't recall putting there.
All right, let's boot it up. Use my laptop to check up what's on the stick.
Yep. It's needing a password.
Password. I'll lean back. Most annoying. Knowing of no.
The interface that you're looking at it doesn't have a username. It just says a password, and in very small print under the password field is the word hint.
Ha! I hit the hint button.
What comes up is the word employer.
Oh yeah. I'll go through a slew of words such as Sabbat, Regent, Bishop. I'll go through the titles. I'll even put like Chrysler GM, anything on the mortal realm. So what would I roll, or?
Computer and intelligence.
I got no computer, but I got technology. My intelligence is 2, so I can roll 2 dice. If you want me to roll for it.
That's fine. That's fine.
Let me see where my dice are. Why did my dice stream die? Okay, there we go. 8 and a 10.
Alright, you get it with no problem. The password ends up being the word Ford.
Ah, there you go. See? Ford.
Alright, as you it would, James. As you hit the enter key, what comes up is a series of files in a window entitled Useful. Say that again, Useful.
Alright, I'll open it up.
And in this folder is a list of Word documents with the name of every vampire that you can think of that you have met in this city, as well as a couple of names that you haven't.
I'll see what they have on me by opening up my folder first, and then I'll, not to make this scene go forever, but I'll progressively go through the people I know just to see if it's a bunch of bullshit, or to see if it's accurate, and then I'll weave my way into the people I don't know.
Most of it's accurate. There's, 1 or 2 things that are a little off, but it's majority of it's accurate.
How old are the files? Are they all like new, dated new, or?
Yeah, less than a week ago.
Interesting. Anything incriminating in there?
Yeah, lots of incriminating information.
I'll look at A-Train's file. Do they know that he's dead?
It said exactly what it says is the following: believed to be deceased, have not yet confirmed. Wiley Tyson connection possible.
Okay, can I make a some kind of roll, or I'm just deducing the fact that I don't know, man. I'm thinking if a Nosferatu got in here, or somehow someone got in here that knows a lot about vampires. So I'm thinking this is some sort of vampires did this.
That could be, if you're specifically thinking vampire.
Yeah, actually, well, it probably wouldn't even be a roll. I'm just thinking it's vampires. So I'm gonna. Fuck. I don't trust anybody to call other than Charles's gargoyle character, but he hasn't been picking up the phone, so I just call him again just to see if he picks up.
Yep, no response.
Alright, I hang up and I leave the files on my computer. I'm just going to run through them for the rest of the night just to pick up information on people. I take it that next time I see someone, I might know a little bit more than I've been in scenes with knowing.
Yes.
Alright, so you'll just feed me information that I might know. Next time I see someone and I ask you or James what I might know based on this information.
Yes.
It might be a Detroit background dot. We need to talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah, it would be a Detroit background. It'll be a Detroit background dot.
Awesome.
I've said on what's offline about it. But that's all I have.
And we need one more thing. Just wrap up with Guthrie. Remember, we're in present tense, and he is doing what it says in the book, The Hunt. You're describing exactly how you go about it. Then we're going to look at what neighborhood he's in and what his hunting role would be.
Just to clarify, I am probably going to work as a mix of my ghoul roll and my mortal roll, because I haven't set the vampire stats yet, and I'm still transitioning from normal to vampire. Okay, so the first thing that happens is that, again, Ivan is working on sheer memory right now, based on something that he had been investigating via his background computer in the bar for the past, for the past little bit before he got ghouled and implanted. This was the last thing he had been planning to do. The first thing he'd been planning to do upon being embraced. He goes to a small little house where it's basically kind of a semi-abandoned building. that is that based on police reports he has found is a crack house. It is a crack house, and there's been some reports based on some intel he has gathered that that local teenage girls are being forced into a prostitution ring by being made addicted to heroin, crack and heroin via this place. Based on the intel he has, he goes to the abandoned building, and rather than going in the front, he starts investigating around the sides for a particular window where no one is guarding at the time. So for that, I'm going to roll perception investigation to make sure that he can see where no one is paying attention or guarding. This will be 6 dice. Oh wait, hang on. First, let me check the chat. We will talk Bruce and Chris, Christian, and Scene after next. Okay, got it. Yes, I'm taking care of that. Now, where was I? Okay, so rolling 6 dice to confirm, and the successes get neutralized. So Ivan thinks he's found a legitimate window, and not immediately seeing anybody there. It could be they're still hiding around the corner, but he thinks he's found one. So he goes in, and with the super strength he's now got, kicks in the window. He literally kicks in a boarded window and basically breaks it as it happens.
Okay. Actually, the other gentleman just made a valid point. James, he does need to roll a self-control.
I
already did that.
We did that, though.
The reason why my character is going about this the way he is that he is working. He is going to feed, but he is going specifically to feed on his core moral values. And my camera.
We touched on that.
We already touched on that before you entered here, Rob.
Cool.
No, this is why he is doing it this way.
Just make it short.
Yeah. So the first thing he does, he breaks. So the first thing he does again is he breaks in the window. He kicks in the window. This is the basement.
Wait. Did you make the perception?
Yes, I did.
It's a perception.
Yes, and
how many successes did you get?
No, the successes were neutralized. So my character sees the window, doesn't see anyone there, thinks it's unguarded, and that's why he kicks in the window.
Okay, you roused the attention of the crackhead populace there in the building.
All right.
I'm going to be nice and say that guys with guns are not coming right now, but you certainly have the attention of crackheads. Everybody please respond as a bunch of crackheads getting their window kicked in.
Hey man, what the fuck was that, man?
What the fuck is going on out there? This is oh!
I'm
Just say the boys in the house, knock on the door.
Okay. The first thing Ivan does is he gets in the window. I'm going to roll. What's the equivalent for intimidation in this game?
Intimidation?
Oh, so it is intimidation. Okay, so I'm going to roll.
Intimidation.
I'm going to roll manipulation and intimidation to basically say to these people, "Get out now."
Call Craig! Some of them are intimidated and are getting out. Not all of them.
Yeah, no, but 3 successes means he does get some of them to leave.
Yeah.
In the midst of the confusion, again, because he has a rough idea of the layout of the place, though he doesn't know where the people are, I'm going to have him roll a, what's the word? It's not investigation. What's the roll for strategy? What's the skill for strategy? Remember, I'm working on the 3 across the board thing you gave me originally, Will. I haven't translated to vampire yet.
Cool. That would be a... Would you say strategy? What?
No,
strategy?
here we're talking streetwise here.
Okay, so streetwise. Okay, so yeah, this will be wit streetwise, and okay, only one of the 10s got neutralized, so that's still 3 successes. He figures out most likely where the leader of the crackheads will be, or where most of the, or not the crackheads, but where most of the dealers will be hanging out, and he goes directly for that, and he makes a beeline directly for that room.
All right. What I need you to do, though, Guthrie, I need you to do me another self-control away there.
Okay, yeah, well, on his way there, this is the other self-control roll. The hunger should be taking over by now. Yeah, the successes got neutralized, so rather than using the next strategy roll, which he had been planning to do, he completely forgets the strategy, knows which room he's going to, kicks down the door, and makes a beeline for who he knows is the leader.
I don't like that. I don't like it.
Did you fail the self-control I just asked you to make?
Yes, that's why.
Okay, then, for whatever reason, something in your very fiber tells you that can wait.
Do you have common sense?
Ivan Wood?
Ivan Wood, yes.
He's got it on the sheet.
No, again, he's still working on the ghoul sheet, which means 3 of everything across the board, including a common sense merit.
I can't let you do that right now.
All right.
I didn't put common sense on him as a PC.
Dang it. Okay. We're still working on the old stats. All right, so he doesn't have common sense right now.
Okay. While that would be a good idea, this random young lady that just walked by. When I say young, I mean young lady that just walked by seems to be, the bigger target. And for some reason, you find yourself reaching out for her, grabbing her by the neck and sinking your teeth into her as she screams to high heaven, almost, nearly shattering your own eardrums and the glasses in the building. But at this point, you could care less. The succulent vitae of this young girl makes its way down your throat, and the very nature of the vitae draws you even deeper in, and you find yourself unable to let go as she begins to beg and plead.
Hang on.
She even offers to, do that. You don't care. You keep feeding.
No. Sorry, just some text messages I got to deal with. Yeah, okay.
You don't know how to feed.
Okay. So yeah, not only do I not know how to feed, I'm just continuing by sheer guttural roll. I am going to have to make a humanity check at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. Pardon?
Yeah, because it'll kill her.
Well, you don't really know yet how to feed, but the natural animal urge would tell you that you're supposed to bite her.
Yes, but nonetheless,
So
I'm going to have to make a.
Yes,
but in the
and everything is -2 to hit him, +2 to hit him.
Yeah, but hang on. Not only that, but let me first deal with the humanity roll, then we can deal with the other stuff.
Yeah.
And he fails it. He's just dropped the humanity 5.
Cool. By the way, you just bit into a 16-year-old girl.
Yeah, I kind of figured as much.
Is he going to need a roll to see if he gets addicted to anything, or?
That could be an additional humanity loss, could it not? Or no, he killed her, right?
He killed her. He killed her straight out.
Well, that's why I
Okay.
rolled the humanity roll. That's why I rolled the humanity roll.
Yeah, he completely drained her.
Yeah, that's for his
You want to
having.
make this real simple? I have 3 guys here with guns. I can shoot at you with all 3. And if you live, you escape. If you die, you die.
All right.
Is that sound fair to everyone? Because we have to rush this.
Yeah, that'd be good for me.
All right.
Okay, then I've got Bruce, Christian, and Chris with guns.
What you want to set the firearms deck set? What did you do a base?
You guys are base 3. Go ahead and fire and take your damage there, one at a time.
Okay.
Shouldn't he roll to see if he's addicted to crack or heroin?
No, this
Simple
will be,
pistol.
Not yet.
Besides, that'll be irrelevant if Ivan is dead in the next couple of seconds anyway. So.
Yeah, he might end up a
Just a
disease
pistol?
carrier. He could end up a disease carrier, by the way.
James, are the cops?
No, these are thugs, crackhead thugs with pistols.
Just pistols? Okay.
Yeah.
So
It's
since
probably
it's a crackhead, I'm guessing it's firearms probably like 1, if even. Dexterity 1.
Dex 2 or 3, right?
Yeah.
Or 3's across the board.
If you want to give him the benefit of the doubt, go with 2s across.
2, yeah, because it's a crackhead.
Yes.
Okay, but with 1 firearms. one at a
Okay,
time.
so that's 3 die total. I'm guess I'll roll first since I'm talking about it, but okay, so 3 die to hit. I got 2 successes. 1 carries over. That's how much is a pistol?
Let's set it at a 4.
4. Okay, so 4 plus 1. That's 5 dice to damage. And I only do 1 bashing.
Okay. Ivan will roll to soak that. He still has stamina 3 from the old days. And
Why?
Pardon?
You're a ghoul, right? Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I wasn't mortal, then a ghoul. Now I'm a
That's-
full-time
we're very ambivalent about that. He hasn't even spent his points yet, so we
No
have
problem.
to.
Go ahead. You soaked it.
I'm
Good
working by
job.
the old NPC stats, and then I'm rebooting him as a full-fledged vampire. But either way, he soaks 2 damage, so that one doesn't affect him. Okay, next shot.
Shakes it off.
Can someone roll for me? I'm gonna pick the same stats, but increase the
Okay,
difficulty.
rolling three dice. Rolling 3 dice for you. You get 1 success.
All right, weapons rated at 4.
Okay, weapons rated at 4 for 4 damage. Oh, sorry, that's 4 dice, not 5. And the success is neutralized, so no damage.
This is his head.
Okay, third crackhead. Who's taking on third crackhead?
Oh,
All right, roll it for me, dude. Go ahead.
Rolling it.
So,
Okay, rolling.
he misses.
Oh, okay. Somebody else do it already. I was just gonna roll it for him, but okay.
Well, I missed.
okay, he missed all 3. Okay, here's the deal. Here's the cinematic. 3 thugs come in, and they just start firing their pistols into you. Blam, blam, blam! And then they do another whole round. Blam, blam, blam! You are kind of confused. I want you to make me a self-control roll.
Okay, rolling 3 self-control.
Make me a courage roll.
Same thing because the same 3 dice. I got 1 success.
Okay, you're riddled with gunfire, and then they actually. I mean, how many shots does a pistol hold?
Depends on the pistol.
If we're going with the
Typically, depends on the pistol. If we're going saying
Right.
it's a basic semi-automatic, we'll go
Okay.
8-12.
Describe scrambling through the crackhead house and escaping.
Ivan, in the process of the confusion, he doesn't even drop the girl. He literally takes the girl's body and as he's dodging bullets, he literally he gets hit by a couple, grimaces, and then he's about to start for the first one, but that as he gets hit by more, as a couple more go off, he literally snarls and basically runs and jumps out. Because of the fact that he made the beeline, I should mention he's on the 2nd story by now. So
Dex athletics.
Dex Athletics, he literally jumps out a 2nd story window while still holding the girl's body, I might add. That's going to be 6. And, that success got neutralized. He lands horribly. He jumps out the window and crashes to the ground.
Okay, falling rules state that he doesn't necessarily have to fall all the way. You could fall down 1 story and hit a fire escape. You might get I'm not going to look it up right now, but give him a second roll to see if he falls all the way, the whole 2 stories.
Is that another Dex Athletics?
1 story. Well, he jumped out of a 2nd story window, so he shouldn't be falling to more than a story and a half.
Yeah, exactly. So,
all right, so take your damage.
Okay, so not sure how much damage that is.
I do it a 1 bashing per 10-foot falling.
Let's see, 2 stories is 20 feet?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 2 bashing damage?
Yeah.
2 bashing damage, 1 success. He rolls stamina to soak that, and, he soaks that easily.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, while he survives it, the girl who's already dead, her body demolishes upon the impact.
Done.
Yeah, no, well, she may have already been near death. She now is dead. Ivan, having lost another humanity point, and in the confusion and the snarling and everything, he literally just looks at the girl in his arms, and unable to cry, he looks at the girl in his arms, and he looks up to the heavens and screams like, "Ah!" Like he literally just, he literally lets out the most ferocious roar you have ever heard. People 6 blocks away can hear it. And because of having lost another humanity, because of having killed this 16-year-old girl, because of the fact that he's literally in staring because he just got hit by a bunch of bullets, and he failed to take out a crack house and failed, he literally has the ultimate nervous breakdown. He literally just roars at the top of his lungs. People 6 blocks can hear away, and then as he lets the girl down, he literally, in a snarling fit of the beast, he takes his jacket, rips it off, slams it over the girl's face, and runs off snarling down a back alley. Sorry, I'm trying to play the character while still being under the influence of the beast. So, but yeah, as he runs off snarling down the street, He literally goes snarling down the street, and he literally, in order to try to calm himself down, he literally just curls. He's gotten all this vitae now, and he literally he curls up into a He literally finds a cardboard box underneath the dumpster, takes it out, flattens it out as a homeless cardboard box, and he goes into the cardboard box, curls up, and whimpers himself to sleep.
All right, roll a 1d7 on a 1. Tomorrow is garbage day.
Okay. 1d7 or d10? You mean? D10?
Tomorrow is
One every day of the week.
Monday.
No, hang on. 9.
And you will die. Okay, tomorrow's not garbage day.
Yep.
You don't die.
The next morning, just to finish off the scene, the next morning, Ivan wakes up. He feels refreshed and a bit of thing. He feels a lot more hardened and jaded than he used to, and he's a bit dirty and a bit disheveled overall. But he does feel reinvigorated. The beast is gone. He's starting to calm down again. He feels after well, not next morning, but But the point is, but the next evening after the day and the full evening have passed, and the alley's gone back. He crawls out of his cardboard box early next evening when the sun is.
With 3rd-degree burns on his feet.
Yeah, third.
Knowing that this is not secure enough.
Pardon?
Knowing this is not secure enough, and you're
Well,
going to heal those burns with blood.
No, but yeah, the thing is, he starts healing. But the point is, he's had like a full. He feels refreshed. He feels burns on his feet. He gets up, and the first thing he starts doing is he starts heading back for Lucilia's bar to pick up his last stuff and pick up where he left off.
That should bring us to a close.
And that brings us to a close. And that's the scene of Detroit by Dark. The rest of the scenes will be on the Detroit by Dark page. Check out the description below for the Detroit by Dark Facebook page and for the Google Sites page where this will be all linked to. This is Guthrie Prentice as host of this particular scene from Detroit by Dark, as Ivan Kowalski, newly made Pender Vampire, signing off. Say bye, everybody.
Yay.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Everyone here